ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 27 of our Team Lotus F1 Manager series, as we are heading to China in this one and round 2 of the 2025 season, coming off the back of the first race of the season. And if you haven't seen that one, go to the main YouTube profile, check out episode 26. That's where we kicked off the 2025 season in Australia. And if you are coming back to these and you're not already, please do subscribe. If you like the content, like the video, get involved in the comments down below as well. But let's say we started the season last time out in Australia. What a start it was. Liam Lawson qualified 7th, showed some really good promise, but fell away a bit unlucky in the race there. But Daniel Ricciardo finishing the season strong in 2024, and he continues that with a great start in 2025 to finish 9th. So he grabbed 2 points in that first race of the season. I think it took us until round 17 last year to score our first point. So to get our first point of the season in the opener is great work. It's shown that we've done really good in our research, really good design work before that first race of the season. And that's what we wanted to achieve. We want to be consistent point scorers this year. And it looks like we're well on the way to doing that. But maybe, perhaps a little bit of overconfidence. But I'm thinking we might even be able to challenge for podiums this year if we can develop the car quicker than our competitors. As I say, we are heading to China in this one, and just a 4-day turnaround since Australia, so there won't be too much that we do between races, but we have had a couple of designs completed which have gone into emergency manufacture, and we can see them here, which is the new chassis, so we can get that on both cars, and I believe is the new suspension as well. So let's get them installed. So design, we've got a couple of designs underway. Does mean we've got some spare slots, so we may as well crack on and do our next round of designs there as well. So I think let's get another front wing underway, and we'll use most of this time now. Let's go there. Where are we looking in times of high speed? We want a bit of focus on high speed now. Bring that lifespan back down. 1 to 3 again. Do you know what? I'm actually quite happy with how that is. We're going to go with that. 1 engineer, 1.8 million. It's going to take 44 days. And we'll do one more as well. I think we'll go chassis. We'll use the remaining time on the chassis. There we go. And we'll bring minimum lifespan right down again. I think, you know, we could go for something quite... Engine cooling is actually pretty good, what we've got already there, to be fair. Alright, let's go for that. 1 engineer again. That's going to be $1 million, 33 days. So, design fully underway, but it's probably going to be a few races now till we see some designs come back on the car. But as I say, we are running 2 more designs on the car. And for China, that is saying it's put us up to 6th now in low speed, 9th in medium, 9th in high speed. So there is a real good chance to continue points here in China. So the design work we've done early on, I think that's 5 designs we've got on the car now for race 2. So that's good work. And we've got some really good designs coming in the next few races. So we'll see. The big thing this season is going to be what the regulation change is going to be for 2026. If that's significant, we'll basically stop the design work, go full on research. So we'll see when that comes. I'm guessing there probably is going to be a big one because it's 2026, so a bit like Hamilton being hard-coded in Ferrari. I'm assuming they might have done some hard coding to make the regulation changes quite big and significant for 2026, but we'll see when we get there. Here we go then, we've arrived at China. I am looking forward to this one, and we're going to go as high as possible again on the targets. 13th for Daniel Rick and 14th for Liam Lawson. This should be a sprint weekend that we've edited in the database editor, so hopefully we don't encounter any issues, but let's see how we go across this weekend. Liam Lawson out of the garage, closely followed by Daniel Ricciardo. So I'd say this is a sprint weekend, so we only have the 1 practice session. So we do indeed have to nail this. Let's see how we go. Our one and only practice session completed in China. Then setup satisfaction unknown for both drivers. That's because we had 2 run-throughs of setup, and then I changed it on the final run, but wasn't enough time to get out in the garage. But I think that will get us a lot better setup satisfaction through the sprint qualifying. So before that, we are roughly in the 70 to 80% mark. I think with these changes, we'll be somewhere probably between 85 to 90, hopefully. So worth doing, although it might hamper us a bit in the early part of sprint qualifying. Track acclimatization, 42% for Liam, 41% for Daniel Ricciardo, and car parts knowledge, new car parts again on the car, so they're up to 76%. At the moment, a very low driver preparation of 29% for both drivers. As we get through the next session, that will hopefully increase. We're into sprint qualifying. We only get the medium tyres, of course, and one set of tyres, so I'm going to send the drivers out very early on in the session. See how we go. We are the first cars on track. See how we go. We're hoping to get out of this session. Ocon has just come out of the pits there. I'm hoping that's not going to cause Lawson too much. Oh, well. I think this lap might be abandoned. Oh my goodness. Well, that is definitely abandoned for Ricciardo. Alright, so as you can see, Lawson way off the pace. So a lot of traffic on that first run. So we are going to have to go again with both drivers. Oh my god, look at this. This is even worse traffic. I don't think this is going to go well, is it, for us? Where have all these cars come from?
So we are good for traffic.
We're good for traffic, are we, Pierre? Thank you. Lawson's about to overtake Ricciardo at this rate.
Lots of clear track in front.
I don't know what our race engineers are seeing, but I'm not seeing clear track. Ricciardo's got a little bit of a gap, but Lawson basically can't go any quicker than him because he's right on his gearbox. So we've got to hope Ricciardo is going to set a good enough time to get out of Q1, SQ1, and it should be enough for Liam Lawson as well. Luckily, it looks like these are all on flying laps. But if we encounter any traffic, it's going to be a nightmare because we're all going to get stuck behind the car. Red Bull gets out of the way nicely for us there. Sector times, 23.4 for Danny Rick. 23.7, so 3 tenths Lawson lost in that first sector. We are going to get an absolutely lovely tow down this long straight here in China. Lawson doesn't go quick in the middle sector. That was an actual middle sector that he set last time out, of course. His middle and final sector would be representative, but he'd lost time in the first sector due to traffic. RB out of the way nicely. So it looks like in terms of actually being held up in car on its outlap, we're not going to have that, as what is Ricciardo trying to do there? That's going to lose him time, really. It would have been better off just jumping in behind the Merc, but obviously these cars in front of us have not helped our lap. But let's see, is it going to be enough? As Daniel Ricciardo is going to come across the line shortly, followed by Liam Lawson. Ricciardo, not enough, and not enough for Liam Lawson either. So absolute nightmare for us in this first qualifying session in China. Filled with optimism coming into it, but we got caught out in these first runs, and of course we only have one set of tyres, so we lost tyre life, and therefore on that second run, not as good rubber, but also stuck behind this trio of cars has not helped, and we've got a lot of work to do in the sprint race as we are out in SQ1. Confirmation then, very disappointing. 17th for Ricciardo, 20th for Liam Lawson. Let's see what happened in SQ3. It's Carlos Sainz on top. Carlos Sainz on pole. Valtteri Bottas back in Mercedes in second. Max Verstappen third. Lando Norris fourth. Lewis Hamilton fifth. Charles Leclerc sixth. Oscar Piastri seventh. George Russell eighth. Fernando Alonso ninth. And Esteban Ocon in the Williams rounds out the top 10. And as we see, we were out in SQ1 with Daniel Rick and Liam Lawson. So let's jump in to the sprint race. Right, driver confidence has gone up a bit now, medium, and the car setups have come in. So we have got Liam Lawson up to 83%, Danny Rick up to 88%. So that is an improvement. Hopefully that'll help them across this race. Let's have a look. So hards is slower. Saying softs is the same. Problem is, if you have a lockup, you're absolutely screwed. So I just think mediums is the way to go. Danny Rick's tyre preservation better than Liam Lawson's, as we can see. So I don't think softs would even be worth it anyway for Lawson. So I think mediums is the way to go. We could go softs with Danny Rick. But I just don't think you have enough margin if you have an issue. So I'm going to go mediums with both. So there we go then. For this sprint race in China, same strategy, going for the medium tyre with both drivers as we start this one in 17th with Daniel Ricciardo and 20th with Liam Lawson. Here we go then. Carlos Sainz on pole for this one.
Lights out, and away we go.
And Ricciardo in 17th. Can we make some early moves up here? Everyone is on the medium tyres. And Lawson is up to 19th. So he's made up a position on the start there. We're just trying to get these tyres up to temp very quickly. And then settle into this strategy with Danny Rick and Liam Lawson. How far can we get up the grid? Bottas now leads the race from Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. Doesn't look like Red Bull are going to dominate. As I say, I still feel they have got the pace. But Max, yeah, we haven't seen him on pole yet from the first qualifying session in Australia, now this first sprint race. So hopefully it's going to be a more open Drivers' Championship this year. As Lawson slips past Perez.
Now this happens down at turn
Lawson
8.
slipping past Perez in that Williams then. Good move from Liam Lawson, and now he's right behind Daniel Ricciardo. So a couple of positions made up from Lawson now. He's up to 18th. Daniel Ricciardo remains in 17th. And Danny Rick will start to deploy because this might help us in the fight.
Overtake available.
Against Stroll here. And we're already past Stroll, in fact, there. Can Lawson get past him as well? DRS. Stroll's not got DRS in the Kick Sauber. That's disappointing from Lawson there.
Let's have a look as we go into the 13th corner. They
Look at this.
decide to give it a go.
Great exit from Ricciardo. So we can get a replay of that overtake. A good move into the hairpin. So Lawson has now cleared Stroll and will be back on to his teammate. As it looks like Gasly's getting past Hülkenberg there.
Copy.
Right, here we go again. Hülkenberg is the car ahead this time, not Gasly. But Hülkenberg again has got DRS on Gasly. There's a bit of a gap to Magnussen. So we'd like to clear these two across the next lap.
Tires are hot.
And push up to Magnussen in the Aston Martin. Ricciardo only up one position so far. Lawson up 3. Here we go though. Same again, but this DRS. Go on, Danny Rick. It's not helping him because he's not taking the toe as well, but he has got it done. So that should be pretty good now to get past Gasly as well. Lawson arrives right on the back of Hülkenberg as well. Can Lawson do this? I think he can indeed. Lawson having a good little race here, isn't he? As Ricciardo's got past Gasly at the same time there, so hopefully we'll get a replay of that one. But the boys now starting to work their way up the grid. Yeah, same on that start-finish straight. Ricciardo DRS. But we are gaining now with the DRS.
Tyre update.
As Liam goes to the inside. And he gets that move done. Gonna keep him on the pushing on the ERS here.
Charge on.
Okay. Okay, copy.
That's Ricciardo. Ooh, I thought he was past Magnussen there. Not quite, it looks like.
Charge off.
Okay.
Fighting with Magnussen. Magnussen on the inside. Corner cutting. Go on, Danny Rick. And we are past K-Mag then. Into 13th for Ricciardo. Now on to Ocon, who's Oh, he was teetering on the edge of being out of DRS. Would really like him to be out of DRS of Zhou.
Update on tires, please.
Okay, tyres are still okay.
Tyres look pretty good. Zhou's not in a great position with tyres, so I don't think he's going to be an issue.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Okay, I think we're going to be too far behind here.
Magnussen in your DRS.
Although we're going for it on Zhou, who's lost 2 positions there. And I wonder if Ocon will not have DRS here. I don't think he will, you know. We've got a yellow
2 cars
flag.
out.
Multiple cars have crashed.
And keep an eye on debris again. Keep an eye on debris.
Let's have a look at
Don't get past Ocon. What's happened
Here we
here?
go, heading into turn
Charles in
one.
the Ferrari.
You can see how tight it is. And you can see how the cars come together. And that won't do their confidence any good.
Charles is beached. So we're up to 12th there. Charles has kept going though, hasn't he? Yeah, so we've not overtaken Charles. I don't know who that was with. Bottas it must have been. Right, Ricciardo up to 12th. Unfortunately. Oh, go on. Come on, Danny Rick. Oh, I don't think he's going to quite make that happen. No penalties between Leclerc and Bottas. What is going on
Honestly,
here?
I don't think we can do much more.
Head back down. We stay in the rhythm.
Alright, this is costing us now. Sonoda. We need to get past these two. Danny Rick, this would be epic to get it done into here. Because we'll now use the batteries. Lawson is past Zhou. Into 14th.
Good job.
We're going to use most of our battery here.
11.
But it'll be worth it. Because this would be for P10 against Sonoda here.
Please.
Of course, no points. Top 8 is points in the sprint. But we've cleared that train. Just got to stay ahead now. Use a bit more of this battery.
You were on target. Good job. Currently P10.
Battery is gone, so we might be having a struggle against Sonoda here to hold on to this. Let's see.
Battery is on the low side.
Oh, I can harvest
push.
into here.
Charge on. So now we prepare for a good defense.
Sonoda is going to be struggling here. He's got a group of 3 cars behind him, all with DRS. Lawson going to try and send one down the inside here on K-Mag. He does. Good strong move. Is it done though? It is. Sonoda will be struggling big time here. We're all over the back of him. DRS will open shortly. Here we go. Oh, Sonoda does get DRS, of course, because Ocon is now the car ahead. So not going to be quite as easy as we thought there. We have cleared one of them in that train. Charles had a lock-up.
Right,
Those
we're at
tyres are going to be
turn
done
9.
for,
That's
aren't
the
they?
location for this one. Very heavy on the brakes. They
Oh,
took
wasn't a
gamble,
massive
and it was
lock-up.
just too late.
But he's going to be the car ahead now because it's Alonso there, wasn't it? It is. Ricciardo's right on the back of Charles Leclerc, whose tyres are down to 46%.
And that's Ocon directly behind you.
I'm not even going to use the battery here. I think we're going to get this done on Charles.
You focus on your race.
Charles, the driver that had the puncture in Australia that handed Danny Rick 9th in that race. Is it going to happen here again with Charles? Of course, 9th won't give us points, but we'd be ever closer getting to 8th. And Lawson has cleared Sonoda, so that's good work again from Ian Lawson. As we'll have a
Let's see
replay of
what
that one.
happened there. Right, we're at turn 14 here.
Just down the long straight there into the hairpin, so looks like Sonoda fell out of the DRS of Ocon. We've got to try and get past Charles before Charles gets DRS on Alonso, but I think that's going to have DRS now on
Our
Alonso.
next car ahead is Leclerc.
We could have a point here with Danny Rick. We could certainly have a point here with Daniel Ricciardo. We were watching Daniel Ricciardo briefly, and Lawson has got this move done. We were expecting it on the long straight here in China, but look at this round the outside. Liam Lawson full of confidence. Although he might be leaving himself open to be overtaken here. Have to dump a lot of battery here. He might have been wiser to wait and get that move done on this straight, because he's pulled out 8 tenths there, but he's going to give DRS to Ocon here and on the back on the start-finish straight as well. Ricciardo is moving past Charles Leclerc at the same time here. Ricciardo up to 9th then. Is that now going to be 8th? Daniel Ricciardo, DRS open. Here we go. For 8th place against Fernando Alonso. This would be for a point, and Daniel Ricciardo makes it work.
Charge on. You're doing a good job.
And Lawson has held on to 11th place against Ocon. But Danny Rick...
Russell 1.3 in front.
He's now up to 8. Alonso wants to fight that back though. But he can't quite. Carlisle, 59%. We've got a little bit on in hand on these guys. Charles Leclerc. He's either going to have to pit, or he's going to be at risk of a puncture. Lawson has got a good chance of getting into the top 10 here as well. It could be a chance of 7th here for Danny Rick. 1.4 now is the gap. Can he make a move on Charles here? No, not quite.
We will not.
Here we go.
Okay.
Lawson hounding Charles Leclerc here. He's going to get past him here, it looks like. Leclerc's tyres down to 28%. He's at risk of another puncture, as he was in Australia. Charles not giving this up, though. Is he? He doesn't want to give it up. Oh, that's frustrating for us. He's digging in. Oh, should be easily past him here, though, because he's not got DRS. Ricciardo.
And reminder, overtake available.
Yep.
It's 1.2 off George Russell
A
here.
little bit more lift off if you can, please. We need a little bit more.
Okay, understood.
Right, and Lawson is now right on K-Mag. We want to try and get Russell and K-Mag on these last laps. Lawson might try and go for it here, though, which is fair enough. Well, we really want K-Mag to get back past us here.
Will be very important.
Yeah, copy that.
Trying to watch both of these, very difficult to do. I want K-Mag to slip back past us before this straight.
Charge on.
Okay.
Ricciardo, don't go for the move here. Right, this is where we want it.
Overtake available.
Okay.
Right, I don't know if Liam Lawson's going to be able to pull away from K-Mag there. Here we go, though. Daniel Ricciardo on this final straight. He's already passed George Russell, and he's got DRS open now, so it looks like it's going to be 7th place for Danny Rick.
Okay, very good.
He's
Possible
passed.
P7. Next car, Hamilton.
Now we look at Lawson, who looks like he is going to defend that.
Has just gone and won the sprint.
Piastri wins it, but it's going to be Daniel Ricciardo up 10 places from 17th to 7th in this one. What a drive from Daniel Ricciardo.
Okay, we take the
And
flag.
Liam Lawson does get past K-Mag, of course, and he holds on to it to finish 10th. So up 10 places as well. So what a drive
for the team. Good
from
points.
both of our drivers. And that's our first ever points
Thanks, guys.
in a sprint race. Daniel Ricciardo grabs us 2 points, finishing 7th in this Chinese
So usual when you
sprint
start the
race.
car, please.
Well, there we have it then. Oscar Piastri wins it, and he's up 6 places himself. So a great win from Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen up 1 to finish 2nd. Carlos Sainz 3rd. Valtteri Bottas 4th. Lando Norris 5th. Lewis Hamilton 6th. Daniel Ricciardo up 10 places to finish 7th. George Russell 8th. Fernando Alonso 9th. And Liam Lawson also up 10 places to 10th. Unfortunately, he doesn't get points because it's the top 8 in the sprint. But Daniel Ricciardo gains us another 2 points, but it shows real good pace in the car there. Our best lap, what was it, a 34.9, although it may not be reflective because we were bogged down in traffic, but yeah, fast time from Lando there, but actually our fastest time was quicker than Lewis in the Ferrari. Not a million miles off these guys, so it looks like we have got really good pace round here, which is good for the full race. Hopefully we qualify better for that full race. K-Mag up 2 to 11th, but his real Charles Leclerc had 2 incidents there, and a crash, and then obviously a lockup as well, so he's down 6 places to finish 12th in this one. That's a sprint done and dusted. Let's jump into qualifying for the full race. Here we go then, full qualifying. Let's get the drivers out straight away. Hopefully no traffic this time. Let's hopefully get through safely to Q2 at least. Let's set these banker laps. Oh, I think Ocon was in the way there. I missed it. Don't know, I've got a feeling we've got traffic again there.
Stay negative.
Ricciardo, well, Lawson's a little bit off. You go.
Okay.
Well, let's actually have a look at the sector times. So 24.2. Yeah, he lost a lot in that first sector, Lawson. So I think Lawson will have to go again.
Copy that.
Danny Rick should be okay, you know. I think Daniel Ricciardo is going to be fine. I've sent Liam Lawson back out on the tyres he was, so a scrub set. We look pretty good for traffic until probably sector 3, maybe sector 2, I believe here. Yeah, it looks like Verstappen is the next car ahead. We should be pretty good. Does go green through that first sector. He may not go green through the next 2 sectors. If he does, he's on to a very good lap. But obviously, that's the first sector where we lost the time. So he may well go yellow through the next 2 sectors. But as long as the overall lap is an improvement, that's what we're looking for. I think we're going to be very good for traffic. But he is going quicker. So this is going to be a good lap, I feel, for Lawson. My fingers crossed, this should be us safely through to Q2 here. And we haven't used an extra set of tyres for him as well. So that is of benefit as well. DRS open. Coming to the end of the lap then. Hairpin. We can see Max now. Hopefully Max will be peeling into the pits though by the time we get to him. Yeah, should be absolutely fine. Here we go, round this final left-hander. And Lawson, pretty confident, should be safely through then to Q2. He does, jumps Ricciardo just by half a tenth there. I think we're going to be pretty good for Q2 here. Right, both drivers out again for a bank lap. Danny Rick is on a scrub set, Lawson on a new set. Traffic should be a little bit easier because there's less cars on track. As Hulkenberg has a lockup. Just looking at Lawson, not going to encounter any traffic there. So times are set. And very good Lawson's time. Pretty good on Ricciardo's time. Very good on a scrub set. I think he might have benefited from a toe there. Let's see what these other drivers set. Right, Lawson is going to have to go again. I think Ricciardo's going to be safe. Lawson's going to struggle to get to the line. He doesn't make it. Oh, we made a schoolboy error. We've just made a schoolboy error. We sent Lawson out quite tight. About 2 minutes 10 to go. There was so much traffic. He had to move out of the way about 8 or 9 times. And he's missed the chance to set a lap. So that one, unfortunately, Liam Lawson is on us. And he qualifies 13th as it is. I've got poor Chair and Joe, it looks like, to finish their laps. Joe's actually in the pits. His poor Chair setting a lap. Was he pitting? He's pitting. So unfortunately, it's going to be 13th for Liam Lawson. Daniel Ricciardo is through to Q3. We'll send Daniel Ricciardo out straight away. He's only used one set of tyres during this qualifying. His first run in Q1, then he used those same tyres, a scrub set in Q2. So he's got plenty of softs to work with. So we'll go for 2 runs here. And Ricciardo is spun.
Okay. Alrighty.
Actually, do we need to call him in?
Okay.
We may as well, we'll still set the lap.
So let's take a look at the
Ricciardo's had a spin. This on his
We're watching
out lap.
Daniel Ricciardo. Whoa, and there it goes.
So we lost some tyre life there. Let's say we have got a couple of tyres to play with here, so let's get Ricciardo's lap in. I think he might have encountered some traffic there as well.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
Understood.
Yeah. I don't know what's gone on there. I think I took manual control and we never called Ricciardo in. So we've absolutely botched this qualifying session for both our drivers, haven't we there? What are we doing on pit wall here? Right, so Ricciardo's not going to set another time. Well, that is unfortunate. That's on us as well. So we didn't do Liam Lawson a favour in Q2, and now we forgot to call Danny Rick in into Q3. Nonetheless, he set a pretty decent time, it looks like, first time out. Let's see how the drivers improved. The track, of course, with him causing that red flag, won't have... it's got very low rubber, so actually might be difficult for a lot of these to go quicker. Which I think they're not going quicker. So here we go, checkered flag. I think Daniel Ricciardo is going to qualify P5. Perhaps the intentional red flag has worked. Daniel Ricciardo qualifies P5. But Charles Leclerc on pole, so again Max Verstappen doesn't get into first place here. It's Charles in first, Oscar Piastri second, Valtteri Bottas third, Max Verstappen fourth, Daniel Ricciardo fifth. That's our highest ever qualifying position, so fifth for Daniel Ricciardo, Carlos Sainz sixth, Lando Norris seventh, George Russell eighth, Lewis Hamilton ninth, Fernando Alonso 10th, and yeah, we messed Liam Lawson's final run up in Q2, so he qualifies in 13th. So it's Lawson in 13th, Danny Rick in 5th. Let's see how we go in the full race in China. If we go there, that's good. I think this is what we're going to go with then. So it's a 2-stopper. Danny Rick starting on the mediums, middle stint on the medium, finishing on the softs. Lawson's going to start on the softs and then go mediums and mediums again. So both on a 2-stop, using the same compounds, but basically in the reverse order there. Here we go then, second race of the season, and we are in P5 with Danny Rick. I don't know if we'll be able to maintain that, but let's see.
And away we go.
Is it Charles Leclerc on pole, Piastri in second, Verstappen only managed fourth. That's Cam Ricciardo. Ricciardo hold on to fifth, he can, but he's got Carlos Sainz looking at him on the inside there. Just about holds on to that. So looking at this race, I'd expect probably Sainz and Norris to be quicker than us, but I feel and Hamilton, but I feel we can put a challenge up to Russell and Alonso. So I certainly think points are on the cards. Lawson looks like he's made up a position there off the start. Let's have a look at tyres, shall we? Okay, so Lawson on the soft, so is Tsunoda ahead of him. Then he's got Alonso mediums, Russell's on the hards. Ricciardo's, along with Sainz, the only, and Charles actually, so there's 3 medium runners in the top 10. So it's actually quite split across the grid here in terms of compounds. And we've got these redesigned Hassers on the grid. With a bit of a Toyota livery on these. With the new Toyota partnership. I haven't seen a mod for the actual livery that they're going to be running from Kota onwards, so as soon as we get that, I'll probably update it, but that one's looking good for now. So Ricciardo, DRS on Oscar Piastri here, a bit timid going into the hairpin. But Danny Rick says, thank you very much, I'll have P4. But Piastri is on the hard tyres, so that is quite key to get past him.
Alrighty. Nice.
And he might come straight back at us here with the next DRS. So as I say, I'm not expecting us to hold off Sainz, Piastri, Norris, Hamilton, but I would like to battle with Alonso and Russell.
Okay, head down, no problem.
Although I say Russell,
Okay,
I mean his
Sainz coming
teammate is
up.
leading the race, so I don't know how realistic that is. How's Ricciardo in 5th then? Dennis, the 2nd season. Better car, although he's about to be P6 it looks like. As Carlos Sainz now at Red Bull. Although Daniel Ricciardo is going to hold on to it for now. But yeah, we've got a much better car this year. And we're doing a lot of aggressive design work early on. So that's why Danny Rick is running in what was P5, now P6. What are your goals this season? Regular points or one podium? I think regular points now is a minimum, how we've started the season.
Okay.
But I do feel we can
Next
probably
car
get a
here is
podium
Norris.
this year now. As Daniel Ricciardo has not quite finished the battle with Sainz. Does depend on the regulation change though. If there's a big regulation change for 2026, research is going to be key for next year. Is that Ocon having an issue? It is. Esteban Ocon in the Williams.
Approaching yellow flag.
Copy.
Ocon's had a spin.
How the wheel spin?
And yeah, not great from Esteban there. It's hard-coded that there's... Oh, what's that? Hamilton there? Hamilton's... See you never, Hamilton. And oh, that's causing big issues for Lawson. Just get past him, Liam.
Here's the
Oh,
replay.
that's not great.
Okay, so heading into turn 1 here. The brakes couldn't cope.
So Lewis
It
Hamilton
took a
locks it
gamble,
all up.
And it was just too late.
And then, for some reason, Lawson is like a polite driver, letting him out. He should have just got past him. He's lost out to Tsunoda there as well. As we see that, and that was because slowing for Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, that's not great work from Lawson there. Allows Tsunoda down the inside of him. So lap 5. Not going too bad so far. As Lawson is back past Tsunoda. So Lawson's back up to P11. See if we can just push on the tyres a little bit. Push him out of Tsunoda's...
No more management.
Well, Tsunoda going to try come straight back. I'm going to use a bit of deployment. Just break that DRS to Tsunoda. Right, so Ricciardo staying in that DRS. Another yellow flag. Is that Alonso?
And there's been quite a
No,
crash.
it's Russell. George Russell has crashed. Oh my... That is a very odd incident. I don't think I've quite ever seen that before. George was obviously forced out wide fighting. And has clipped the wall. Lawson's got past him. And Lawson's into the top 10 and into the points as well.
Debris.
So Lawson takes advantage of that. So it might be only a matter of time now before Lando Norris gets past. As I say, I'm not going to fight Lando hard. We haven't really got the pace of the McLaren yet. If we can stick with him for another couple of laps, maybe he'll drag us back towards Sainz and Piastri. Hamilton probably, as I say, behind us will have the pace on us.
Okay.
But I would say P8 is looking
alrighty.
pretty good for Ricciardo.
That's okay. Hamilton behind you now.
And Russell has got past Lawson. Whilst we are watching at Ricciardo. DRS assisted into that first corner. So where are we? We're 11th with Lawson. He's got 2.2 seconds on Tsunoda. So hopefully we can just build that gap and this top 11 can pull away just so we know we're safe from behind. Although Tsunoda is starting to get a little bit closer to us. We've just got to stay with George now. So it's now Hamilton and P10. Lawson's about 3 seconds back. Ricciardo has now caught up to Norris. I'm happy for him to just, again, sit in the DRS and try and build that gap back up to Alonso, which looks like it is happening. As Is Ricciardo going to try one down the inside here, the hairpin of Lando Norris? I think he is indeed. So Ricciardo's back up to P6. Lando on the softs though, so he might just be struggling. He might just have a bit of a crossover here.
Alrighty.
As Lando jumps straight into the pits, so he wants those off ASAP.
Very good job.
We can take a look now. Here we are then, reaching turn 13.
Joe in the Haas.
Well, you can see the lockup. Now, they did leave it very late.
Big old lock up there. Hopefully it's a nice clean stop.
Understood.
So expecting to come out about 3 seconds behind Perez here. If Perez pits, that would be very nice. Slow stop there. Not dreadfully bad, but there was a mistake in there. So we've lost a second. It might be more like 4 seconds there. But we have come out in that gap, so that's fine, because we do expect Perez to come in probably at the end of this lap. It looks like we will need to clear him, though, because we're already on him. I don't think that's going to be too problematic for us, though. Ricciardo still got that gap to Russell, so that's fine. I should be able to get past Perez pretty quickly. Then it's 2.6 to Hulkenberg.
Okay.
Alright, Lawson here. Hopefully it should be, once we get into that DRS, should be pretty easy on Perez. Perez in the Williams, of course, now for 2025. So here we go. DRS is going to be open. This should be pretty easy work. He's using some of the battery anyway. And we're near enough past him before the DRS is open. And there we go. Lawson back up then. Or I say back up. He moves up to 16th. Will be a lot higher once these other runners jump into the pit. And we've got Teo Porcher, Magnussen and Stroll all pitting as well. It'd be lovely if Hulkenberg jumped in. I don't think he will though. I think he'll go for another lap or two. Yeah, so we're going to have to clear Hulkenberg. Should be past all of these in the pits. And we are comfortably. I think Lawson's probably going to struggle for points here unless we see an incident in that top 10. It looks like 11th would be nailed on for him. Been quite impressed with Lawson so far in these first 2 races though. He's kept it nice and clean. Probably literally cursed him now and he's going to make a mistake. But his pace has been good. He's just been unfortunate. He sort of got bogged down that first race and then we messed up in Q2 for him. So pretty good. As DRS is open now. I think Hulkenberg deployed quite a lot out of that corner. Is Lawson going to try? We're slowing down awfully a lot there.
Copy.
Right, we need to deploy out of here because we don't want to be behind Hulkenberg any longer. Hulkenberg pits anyway, so that's fine. We'll take the free DRS, thank you very much. Right, and Lawson is now clear. Sonoda pits as well, so the RB going... Well, I say a double stack, it's not quite going to be a double stack.
And who's that having an issue in
Here
the
we
pits?
go. Charles just had an issue in the pit stop. We did have a slight one with Liam Lawson. Let's hope this is better for Daniel Ricciardo. Yes, that is better for us. 2.5. That's kind of optimal where we're at as a team at the moment.
Reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
Alonso looks like he had quite a quick stop because he's very close to us there.
Okay, that's P9.
Right, so we want to go... Yeah, standard now till lap... Is that 38?
Alonso 5 tenths behind.
I think we can still compete with Hamilton potentially because he's going to have to... He's going to be on slower tyres at the end. Fastest lap from Sergio Perez down there in the Williams. But Alonso is very racy on those softs. Yellow flag. It's a virtual safety car.
Take it easy.
What has happened here?
Cheers.
Something's gone on there. Looks like it's Zhou Guanyu.
Oh, Guan Yu. He's already had an incident in that Haas. Oh, he's lost it big time there. big off from Zhou, who must surely be out of the race.
And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
Yeah, Zhou is out of the race. So a bit of respite for us here. Still under virtual safety car conditions. Russell does pit now, so he will still benefit from it.
VSC ending.
So Ricciardo's going to lose out on Russell here, I think. Oh, it's going to be close. We might
available.
be able to get him because his temps are going to be...
Okay, understood.
His tyre temps are going to be cold here.
DRS enabled.
Hopefully get more points this season. Yeah, I'm hoping so. It's looking good. I'm back, by the way. Yeah, Lawson pace. Good job you reminded me.
We okay on temperatures?
Actually, we'll keep... Yeah, we'll use a bit of battery.
Temperature in your tires.
All right, so Russell, a big winner in that virtual safety car. He's jumped Ricciardo here.
Copy.
And he's on the softs as well again. So we can try and get past him here while he's getting those tyre temps up. We've got to do the same, really, after a virtual. Let's see what we can do. Been pretty good here, though, Ricciardo. I'd rather not make the move there. Rather get the DRS here. Lost out a bit there by trying to make the move. Has that opened the door to Fernando? Not quite. We're back onto George here.
Understood.
So Ricciardo then on George Russell at the hairpin, trying to make this move. And we do get that done. But Ricciardo, we've got to get to lap, what was it, 38. We can't use too much of this tyre up.
Alrighty. Nice.
I think this is going to be a
This was good.
race-long battle now, probably, with George and Fernando. George coming back, doesn't quite make it.
Charge on.
Okay, understood.
Nice harvest into there. Let's go back to neutral.
Charge off.
Understood.
How's Liam getting on? He's fine. He's got 7 seconds to the top 10, 8 seconds to 12th place. So another yellow flag. So that's Sonoda. It's another virtual safety car.
And try to cool down the tires where you can. It's flatly coming up.
Sonoda has crashed on turn 1. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda's lost it big time this time.
Sorry, mate.
Right, virtual safety car's ending then.
Oh, we can cancel lift off.
Okay.
So Alonso's falling a little bit behind there. Hamilton's tyres down to 61%. Russell 84%. Alonso's, yeah, I mean, he's not really abusing those softs that much. Consider our mediums are 81%. Alonso is nursing them pretty well.
Keep looking after your tires. Keep looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
Thanks, Pierre. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think we can really do anything much different with Lawson. Russell looking really racy now. But again, these two should be quicker than us at this phase. So, George went hard, softs. He's gone hard, softs, so I'm assuming he's going to go softs at the end. Fernando's gone medium softs, so again, he can go softs at the end as well. The only one that can't go softs at the end is Hamilton. We're only 2.5 off Hamilton, so Hamilton may still be in our race here, you know. Here comes George then, DRS. I don't think we can do much more than what we've been trying to do with George. Just got to try and stick with him. He's very slow and timid through there. But I think we are being dragged. Well, we're dragging each other towards Hamilton here, who's probably trying to conserve his tyres a bit. Who gets the DRS here? We do. That should be enough to keep 8th place, keep George behind us. We'll harvest into here. But George is definitely the quickest out of ourselves, Hamilton, Alonso at the moment. George is the one with the pace.
can press overtake where
And to be fair, his
possible to
teammate
discharge
is
the
in
battery a little
third,
bit.
challenging for the lead of the race. Piastri's not too far off. But maybe that Merc is very quick round here. But again, we're still on for points here. At worst, 1 point. But hopefully we can keep ahead of Alonso. No DRS on Hamilton, but even with the battery here... Oh, I don't really want to make the move there, Ricciardo, but he does it anyway. Danny Rick moves ahead of Hamilton. I didn't want to do it there because we opened the door here with him to have DRS. But it is nice to put a car between ourselves and
You
Russell.
did a good job there. Currently P7. And in front of you is Norris.
And we'll just harvest across these next 2 corners, then we'll go back to neutral. Right, so we're just managing a bit of the battery at this phase. Trying to frustrate these soft runners. Russell's got better tyre life than us, though, and he is on softs. Does Hamilton dip into the pits? He
And
does.
Hamilton has pitted.
So Russell is going to be a lot harder to keep behind.
Battery is on the low side.
Russell, DRS open now. Is he going to be able to make a move? He's getting closer. It's pretty good for George here. Looks to the inside. Doesn't really go for it, though. Might be saving it for this start-finish straight with the DRS, and we're not going to have any battery to push out of... Well, we'll have 2% battery to pull out of this last corner with, so we are going to be struggling here.
And keep an eye on the battery.
This may be the moment for George Russell.
Okay, understood.
Danny Rick trying to go defensive.
We'll have to do anti-deploy where you can.
Roger.
And we're trying to fight it. Can we stick in there for the inside? We can't. Yellow flag. Multiple cars
2
have
cars
crashed
out, a lot of
again.
debris.
As we
Possible
see
small
Russell.
debris.
See the Russell
Be
overtake.
ready.
Let's have a look.
What has happened here? What's gone
11
on?
now. Pushing a
Hulkenberg in
bit
the
too hard
RB.
at this point. And not just one car involved in that, as you can see.
So that was one of the Williams. So that was Perez, I believe. Yeah, it would have been Perez because Hulkenberg's behind Perez. It looks like Hulkenberg's got damage. Wonder if there'll be a penalty involved there. We shall see. So Ricciardo, yeah, I don't think we've really got the pace on Russell, unfortunately.
Okay.
And the incident between Hulkenberg and Perez, no penalties given. All right, Lawson into the pits then. So this will be his final stop of the race. Unless there's going to be an incident in that top 10. Looks like Lawson's going to just miss out on the points here. So hopefully a good stop, although it's not actually crucial for Lawson. And 2.8. It's not too bad. Got some traffic ahead of him here. Hard tyre runners, but I do expect they'll be coming in because there's still 20 laps to go. Hopefully we're out ahead of Stroll. We are. So Lawson's got 5 seconds there. And he just goes to the end now, does Lawson. And then Ricciardo want to get into lap 49. So we'll just push on. Is Russell pitting? He's not.
Daniel pit lane.
So we might be able to get an undercut here on George. This is a crucial stop then for Daniel Ricciardo against George Russell and potentially Lewis Hamilton. I think Lewis Hamilton will probably clear us by quite a margin. Depends if we've got pace advantage on these softs at the end here. 2.6, very nice. We take that. In terms of where our pit crew is, that's very nice indeed. Alonso pits behind us as well. Right, so not too much to concentrate on here, is there? Lawson's still 10 seconds off 10th place. Ricciardo's got 10 seconds to Alonso. I think Hamilton might be a bit out of touch, to be fair, and it depends on Russell.
Now, there's been an issue in the pits.
Russell pits now. Is this a slow stop? It is. It's very slow. That's lovely. That is a very slow stop for Mercedes and George Russell. Ricciardo's going to be past him here. Alonso's too far back. That would have been absolutely massive, but... Right, George is out then. 3 seconds behind. He's on a fresh set of softs. Only 3% in it. So Mercedes have absolutely butchered George's great work there. 4-second gap now. And we just really need to watch these timings now, because Lawson, as I say, I think he's just going to finish in 11th place. And we've just really got to watch Russell on Ricciardo here. Watch our fuel as well. Russell nearly within DRS. Have we got DRS here on Hulkenberg here? Yes, we have. That's nice for us. And he gets out of the way. And hopefully George catches him in a horrible place here. And he gets held up.
Ciao, John.
I'm going to harvest the battery whilst this is going on. Come on, Hulkenberg. Don't get out of the way here. That's it. Oh, that's lovely, Nico. He's out of the way now. Here we go, then. I'm not going to use the battery here. I'm going to try and get a bit of battery life back.
We can consider a little bit of anti-deploy where you can.
Okay.
George doesn't go for the move there, so let's just harvest throughout this lap. I don't mind if George gets us this pass at the lap, because then we'll get the DRS on the main straight, so we can just conserve a bit. If George wants to throw one down the inside somewhere or outside, anywhere he wants to throw it, that's absolutely fine. We'll just stay in the DRS for the long straight here. I'm just trying to get a bit of battery back for a last lap challenge on him, if we can stay with him. Because at the moment, he's got much better pace than us.
And we can push on tires.
Right, he should be past us here pretty easily. But then we just need to stick with him. We've built quite a bit of battery back up there across that lap, across the last couple of laps. So here comes George with DRS. He sticks it down the inside, but it doesn't make the move work. We'll deploy out of here, see if we can keep him behind. I think that's going to be difficult. We didn't get too much out of that deployment, did we? Right, so he might be past us here.
4 laps.
Trying to go around the outside is George.
Okay, understood.
And there he goes. He's got such better pace than us at the moment.
Okay, understood.
Right, this is where we can't allow him to get away, though. It's already a second, though. His pace is just phenomenal over us.
Just head down.
Come on, Danny Rick.
Alonso behind. Let's try to clear him as quick as we can.
Right, that's it. Oh, Daniel. Daniel, don't be doing that.
We need a little bit more lift off if you can, please. We need a little bit more.
We didn't want that.
Okay, understood.
That's not what we wanted from Daniel there.
Alrighty.
Suddenly had blistering pace through there.
You've done a good job there. Currently P8. Next car is Max.
Right, let's just allow this to happen. Not even going to use the battery here, so...
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
There we go. Let's let him get us here, then at least get the DRS on the back straight.
Charge off.
Yep, understood.
Right, there we go. George has passed us, but we can filter him behind now. Get this DRS on the back straight.
Okay. Alrighty.
That's it.
Head down.
Right, this is better. Now we can just recharge the battery for a little bit. Well, is Ricciardo going to try for the move again? He is. That's fine. We'll take that as well.
Okay, cheers.
And again, we'll just try to harvest and frustrate George.
Now.
Understood.
Oh, Pierre is just...
3 more laps.
Pierre is managing us beautiful in our rear. Alright, so same again. If he gets us, absolutely fine. It's actually preferable if he does get us before that long straight. What's his tyres saying? It's 3% in it again now.
No concern on tyre wear.
Right, 3 laps to go.
Okay, gotcha.
Bottas leads the race. Is he going to get his first race win back in that Mercedes? Max is 7th. The world champion, the current world champion, is currently in 7th place. Right, same again. I'm going to let George have it down here. If George wants it, he can have it on this straight.
Okay.
Because we can stick with him. Or we can just try and re-overtake him into turn 1 again. Alright, there goes George. Absolutely fine. Right, 2 to go, because we are on the lead lap, aren't we? Of course we are. We're in 9th. Alright, so back in the DRS. I think we might be a bit too far back to maybe slip down the inside this time. Yeah.
Charge on.
Understood.
We will not need liftoff.
Understood.
I just need to keep with him here.
Manage your tires.
Understood.
Charge off.
Okay, understood.
Problem is we want to stay with him, but not really overtake him this lap. That's going to be too difficult to achieve, though, I think.
Sorry, we need a bit more liftoff where you can.
Okay, understood.
And try just lose a bit of pace through here.
Understood.
This is really tricky not to lose
Understood.
the DRS out of the start-finish straight, though. Right, we are losing a bit of time there. Let's go low on overtaking.
Okay, understood.
Valtteri Bottas starts the final lap then. Ricciardo stays behind Russell. This is actually what we want. We don't want to be too far behind, though.
Charge off.
Okay, understood.
We need to push. We have margin to push a bit more.
Oh, this is good. This is good. We've got full battery now.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Full battery.
Battery is good.
Okay, understood.
I do not want to overtake him before that long straight, though.
Okay,
Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
understood.
Well, we've managed this well.
You're good to push. You can use overtake.
Yep.
Right, we need to stay with him, though, Danny Rick. Right, this is it. This is it now. 7 tenths, though. It's probably a bit more than we wanted. We've got to have a really good exit out of here. He's nearly built a second, though. I think he's going to be too far gone, is he? I think he's too far gone. Oh, Danny Rick. No, I don't think we're going to be able to do it now. It's going to come too late.
Roger.
George is just about going to do it because the start-finish line is early on here on that straight. Well, that was a lovely little battle with George throughout that race. Tricky to manage that. We let him get away just a little bit too much. He deployed well out of that corner, though. And he built just the gap that he needed. We finished a couple of attempts behind him. Alonso, in the end, finishes 20 seconds back. So really cut adrift. Valtteri Bottas did win the race for Mercedes. And as we said, Verstappen finishes 7th. So a hard start for the reigning world champion. And Liam Lawson finishes just outside the points then. Brings the car home in 11th. Another solid drive from him. And I think he will soon be scoring some points for us. A very good result. It's another 2 points. We've got 2 points in Australia. It's another 2 points here. And we also got 2 points in the sprint. So we're loving a bit of 2 points at the moment. So as we saw there, Valtteri Bottas has won it for Mercedes and the fastest lap. Takes full points, 26. Lando Norris in 2nd. Charles Leclerc in 3rd. Carlos Sainz 4th. Oscar Piastri 5th. Lewis Hamilton 6th. Max Verstappen 7th. George Russell 8th. Daniel Rick down to 9th, down 4 places, but our qualifying in 5th wasn't really accurate in terms of where the car is. So 9th place still very good for us, and another 2 points. Fernando Alonso 10th, and as we saw, Liam Lawson just misses out on the points in 11th place. But as I say, I think he'll be getting points for us pretty soon. A couple of retirements, Yuki Tsunoda and Joe as well. Let's see what that's done to the Drivers' Championship. Well, the mullet man himself, Valtteri Bottas, is leading the Drivers' Championship. Just over his old teammate, Lewis Hamilton in 2nd. Oscar Piastri matched him on points in 3rd. Lando Norris 4th. Carlos Sainz 5th. Max Verstappen currently in 6th place. So it looks like we might have a more interesting championship battle this year. Charles Leclerc is in 7th. George Russell 8th. And Daniel Ricciardo remains in 9th. As I say, 2 points in the sprint as well, and 2 points in the main race, plus the 2 points from Australia. So 6 points already for Daniel Ricciardo. He got 13 in the whole of last season, so it's looking very good for us. Fernando Alonso rounds out the top 10, and no other point scorers. So these 10 have been the same point scorers across the sprint and both races so far. Constructors, McLaren are the ones leading the way by 8 points to Mercedes. Ferrari are then 10 back, and Red Bull 7 back. So I think it's going to be very close between these top 4. It looks like we have got the edge slightly on Aston Martin, so I think perhaps we are going to be the 5th best team, certainly in this early phase of the season. And then let's see if we can design the car to push against these top 4. So it's us in 5th, Aston Martin 6th, and the rest of the teams yet to score. I don't think our pit stops were too great today. No, we did get a 2.4, so we probably only just missed out. Still work to do on that side of it, but another very good race for us here in China. So 2 races back to back, we've got 9th place, so another 2 points, so it's going in the right direction. We have got 4 designs underway, so there'll be more designs coming on this car, so I think we can continue to push up the grid. As I say, I think we're just ahead of the Astons, so hopefully we can bring a battle to McLaren, Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes ahead of us. But to the mullet man, as I say, Valtteri Bottas wins this one. Our boys Daniel Ricciardo in 9th, and Liam Lawson in 11th. If you've jumped into this episode and you made it all the way to the end, thank you very much. I can see from the analysis on YouTube, there is a group of people that are watching these episodes all the way through, and I must say, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. And hopefully it's not too much to ask if you're not already. Do subscribe, but also do give a like on the video because that does really help out the channel. But I do really appreciate all the support. It is greatly received. And we will be back very soon to continue this Team Lotus F1 Manager series.